Today I'll be speaking on don't be wrongly attached. Don't be wrongly attached. It is dangerous for you to be too attached to people. You can be physically close, but don't let your heart be bonded to them. Don't get to the point where you say that without this person I cannot survive. Once you get to that point, you are already setting yourself up because people can break your heart. They can disappoint you. They can do things you are not expecting. So, as much as you should, as much as you can, show love to people. Are you there? But you should ensure that you are not bonded to them unnecessarily. That your heart is not bonded to them. Are you there? That's how to be saved. Ensure that you are not bonded to people unnecessarily. If your heart is bonded to people unnecessarily, you may end up hurting yourself. When people do things you don't expect or you don't like, the reason it affects you is because of the love you have for them. Love makes what people do affect you. If you are not bonded to them, what they are doing cannot get to you. When they do it, when they do things to you that you don't expect, it is good you just overlook it. Are you there? Because the moment you create a bond, you are already creating a platform to get hurt. Because every little thing they do will get to you. I'm not saying you can't love people because we, as children of God, we are commanded to love. Are you there? For every child of God, love is a commandment. But you must ensure that you are not bonded to people unnecessarily. You must understand when we talk about bonding, bonding is a heart to heart thing, it's a heart to heart connection. There are some of us that are bonded to certain people. We are so attached to them that we can't go a day without calling them. You may think you are doing the right thing. You don't know you are putting your heart and yourself at risk. What you are doing is risky because any little thing they do will brutally hurt you. That is why, you know, there are some people now, their heart is, their heart is so damaged that it is only God that can help them because they are bonded with so many people. They are bonded with people they should not bond with. We have some people now that their heart is seriously damaged. Are you there? When they see certain people, their heart start bleeding. Now, these people, what they do may not really be that heavy. Are you there? But the reason that little thing is getting to you is because you are bonded to that person. Now, let's assume you run an establishment, and instead of selling something for 100 naira, there's this particular person that each time he comes to you, you sell for 50 naira. Now, because you are really bonded, so you reduce the price anytime the person comes to you. Now, imagine God now blesses this person and the person decides to start patronizing another person. What will happen to you? You may get offended. Of course, you will get offended. Why? Because you are bonded to the person. So, offense is easy when we get bonded to people unnecessarily. Every little thing they do gets to us because we are bonded to them. There are some sisters that are being attached to brothers. Meanwhile, the brother has not even confessed anything to them. But maybe because the brother is nice, they got bonded. You see, the devil is working on you. That thing you are doing, you may not know the effect, but sooner or later, you will know how dangerous it is. The word of God is coming to us to stay in our place. There is a place of loving someone, and there's a place of being bonded with them. When you love people, it becomes easier to relate with them and speak good about them. Are you there? When you love them, it becomes easy to even forgive them, to overlook their mistakes. But when you get bonded to them, you are getting to that point where they become like a god to you. They become the source of your hope. They become the source of your strength. That is the danger of being bonded to the wrong person. Imagine the source of your hope and strength is a wrong person. What does it mean? That means constantly you will lose hope and constantly you will lack strength. Even married couples have misunderstanding. Are you there? And you know, most of some people who are married do not really enjoy their marriage because the partner they married actually got bonded to the wrong person. So she has married the will of God, but unfortunately her heart is still bonded to the wrong person, to the ex. Now he has married the right woman, but unfortunately his heart is still bonded to the wrong person. And such marriages will suffer because no matter the level of love you show, your partner will not reciprocate it. And this will affect you. Now, the heart can bond. So when you discover your heart is already bonding with a person, you need to start working on it because every little mistake the person makes will get to you. The person may not even count it, but anytime you see this person, your heart starts bleeding. Are you there? And what the person may do may just be something little that he or she does not even count, but you will count it because you are bonded. The problem is your heart has been bonded to that person. So every little thing will matter. The same way somebody will buy something to you, the same way somebody will buy something for you, something that is not even expensive, and you will value it. It's the same way somebody will do something little, just a little mistake, and you will count it. And your heart will keep bleeding. Are you there? You are even trying to control yourself not to get offended, but yet it's not possible. If your heart will bond, let it bond with Christ. Of course, you are sure that it won't break your heart. When it comes to humans, love them, honor them, respect them. But bonding with just any person can be dangerous. There are some sisters that are in relationship now, but they have once been in a relationship and their mind, their heart is still bonded to the old one. So the new one is actually the will of God, and that one is showing them love, but they cannot reciprocate that love they are being shown because their heart has been bonded to the wrong person. So they are married to the person, but yet in their heart, the marriage is with the wrong person. Are you there? You are supposed to be bonded to the person you are married to. You are supposed to be bonded to the will of God for your life. So if you are married to a person and you are not bonded to that person, there will be a problem. Not bonding with the will of God for your life can make you lose attraction for that person. You are not attracted to the person. Why? Because you are not bonded to the person. So one of the signs of building bonds is that you are gradually getting attracted to someone. Now, if the devil will destroy your life, all he will do for you is to make you bond with the wrong person who is not the will of God for your life. And if this happens, of course, you have killed yourself because when the will of God comes, you will not value anything and everything the person is doing because your heart is already bonded to the wrong person. There are married people whose heart is bonded with their ex because, you know, because of things that has happened. Are you there? This is why they encourage people to avoid premarital sex. When we tell you don't have sex before marriage, keep yourself pure, some of us think that they are trying to put us in bondage. No, the sex is one of the things that can bond you to the wrong person. If you have sex with the wrong person, your heart can suddenly begin to bond with that person. And even when the right person comes to you, it may be hard for you to now to accept the right person because your heart has been bonded to the wrong person. Are you there? So if you bond to the wrong person, when the will of God comes, there will be struggles. Are you there? And even the will of God for your life will suffer because it will be hard for you to accept him and it will be hard for you to accept her. Who you bond to is who you have accepted. So you can marry somebody you are not bonded to. The problem is that you will not be attracted to the person, you have not accepted the person. Physically you are together, but in your mind you are far apart. Work on your heart. Don't bond with the wrong person, otherwise your life will be miserable. There's a level of bonding you will have with people that every little thing you do that you are supposed to overlook, you will suddenly pick offense there. Are you there? You can be so much bonded that you will expect people to understand you, to know everything about you. Are you there? Even when you have not said anything, you just expect them to understand you. That can be a sign that you are bonding. Are you there? It is bonding that makes you react in such ways. Be careful of who you bond with and save your soul. You can marry this year, and yet it will take 10 years to bond with your partner because you have bonded with the wrong person. And you can't enjoy marriage when there is no bond between you and your partner. The danger of bonding is that you can't bond with two people. You can only bond with one. And that person you are bonded with, you know, is the one you are attracted to. Are you getting what I'm saying? It is easy to bond, but to break bonds is hard. It is easy to form bonds, but to destroy bonds will take process. Are you there? You will need to almost undergo deliverance for certain bonds to break. There are marriages where uh, you know there are marriages where the wife or the husband cannot love the partner properly because they are bonded to the wrong person. Both of them are together, but they are not attracted to each other. They are together, but their heart is not with each other. Why? They are bonded to the wrong person. So when you begin to have sex in a relationship, you are not married, you are having sex, you are bonding. Are you there? And most of the people you're having sex with now, they are not even the will of God for your life. So that means you are bonding with the wrong set of people. The day the will of God will come, you will have problem. Because even when you get married to that will of God, you will make the will of God suffer. Because it will take time for you to build bonds with that person. Are you getting what I'm saying? Apart from sexual purity, sex will bond you to the wrong person. And that is why it is, one of the greatest bonding element is sex. There are other ways you can bond, are you there, with people, but sex is one of the major ways. Are you there? Because in the process, your emotions are educated. Now, another way to get bonded is by what you say. Now, when you see people in relationship, they are encouraged to say sweet words to one another. Now, when you begin to say sweet words to your partner, what are you doing? You are educating their emotions. You are arousing their feelings. Now, those things you are saying to them is helping them to form bonds for you. So that's why people who are in a relationship, they are encouraged to continually say good things to one another, to say sweet words to one another. Those things you are saying, those lovely words you are confessing, is educating the emotion of your partner. And before you know it, that person will be forming bonds for you. That's why you don't talk carelessly. You don't say you don't say lovely things to somebody constantly when you don't mean relationship. You will make them bond. And by the time you now say you want to marry another person, you will look like a devil because you have helped them to form bonds for you, and yet you are not even serious with what you are doing. Before you go into a relationship, check if you are bonded to anyone and break the bond before you go into that relationship or even the marriage. Otherwise, you are going there to suffer your partner. You are going there to make your partner suffer. This is why it is advisable for married couples and the people that are sure, that they are with the will of God to say sweet things to one another. Just like I've said the other time, because each time you say sweet words to one another, you are helping your partner to build bonds. You are educating their emotions. Are you there? And before you know it, bonds will be formed for you. If you are a brother, are you there? And you know a sister is the will of God for your life, or you are a sister and you know a brother is the will of God for your life, it is good to help them build bonds. One of the ways to help them build bonds for you is to be careful of what you say. Now, when you say hurtful words to people, you are making it hard for them to build bonds. When you say hurtful words to people, you are making it hard for them to build bonds for you. Are you getting what I'm saying? That's why we have children who do not even love their parents because of what their parents says to them. Are you there? There are children that do not have any bonds, who does not have any feelings, any attraction to their parents. They don't love them. Why? Because of the words that they speak to them. So what people hear can help them build bond, can help them form bonds for you. The person whose heart is broken, are you there, can cause the heartbreak of others. That's the truth. So your heart breaks anytime you form bonds with people you are not sure of their faithfulness. Until you are sure it is God, don't build bonds. Don't form bonds. The proof that you have formed bonds with a person is that the actions of that person can get to you, is that the actions of that person can hurt you. Are you there? If you don't have bonds for people, whatever they do cannot even affect you. Even if they put their head down and their two legs up, you are not affected because there's no bond between the two of you. You have not formed any bond for the person. So the bonds you form for people is the ladder between you and that person. The bond you form for a person is the ladder between you and that person. So through that ladder, things can get to you. And are you there? And through that ladder, things can also get to them. Are you getting what I'm saying? So the bonds, just like I've said, then becomes the ladder for offense, hatred, and hurt if care is not taken. Please understand that hurt people will surely hurt people. Hurt people will surely hurt people. So if you hurt a person, now in the that person that has been hurt can also hurt other people because they can transfer that aggression to others. And in the process, those people receiving that feedback from them will get hurt. So when it comes to relationship bonding, are you there? We can form bonds in different aspects of life. Are you there? When it comes to relationship, there's a bond you form. When it comes to your relationship with your father and your mother, there's another bond you form. Are you there? But when you are dealing with love relationship, I mean the one that will lead to marriage, be careful of who you form bonds with. Are you there? Because if you form bonds with the wrong person, even when the right person comes, you have issues. Are you there? I pray the Lord will help us in the name of Jesus.